Welcome to Devorah Leah Torah class. We will discuss this week the Moshe, Aaron, and Miriam, the three siblings. Okay, and so what was their role, and why exactly are we talking about this week? Well, this week we discussed about the passing of Miriam. Okay, and we talk about the passing of Aaron, the brother of Moshe. Moshe's two siblings passed in this week's parsha. Now, welcome, Moshe. So Moshe lost both of his siblings. Okay. Where are we talking about here? We're talking about the end of the 40 years the Jewish people were in the desert. Okay. So Moshe Aaron passed away the Rosh Chodesh Adar. Excuse me, Rosh Chodesh Av, which is the summertime. Okay, and now today's calendar probably August or something like that. Yeah, probably August. And Moshe passed away the following Zion Adar, so say January, February, maybe February to March, February, something like that. That time. Okay, so what do we notice this week in our parsha that they passed after Miriam passed? Okay, Torah says there's no water for the Jewish people. Oh, that means until now, how did Jewish people have water in the desert was the merit of Miriam. You know, they had the stone, and it was called the Be'er Shel Miriam, the well of Miriam. It traveled with them in the desert. Whenever they needed water, they will basically make a line. They will travel, and they'll make each leader of the tribe will take their stick, their staff, and they'll make a line from the stone all the way to their tribe, and then they'll make it be like a stream of water, like rivers. They made this desert into an inhabitant place, and then they made the streams around the tents and and the grass grew, and the animals had where to drink, and the trees grew. It was made a whole inhabitants dwelled in the desert. They had grass, they had water, they had river, they had everything. Okay, and that was
it just
sorry.
it just went with them all 40 years. Be'era Shel Miriam.
Correct. It was called Be'er Shel Miriam. Now, during the 40 years, they didn't know whose merit it was. But once Miriam passed, and then the water stopped. Oh, they realized. They realized that this was because of her. And that's why in this week's parsha it talks about Miriam's passing. And right after it says there was no water. So we realize, the reason why we had water is because of Miriam. Now, what else happened after Aaron's passing? It says Aaron passed, and it says that the Jews were being seen. They didn't have their clouds protecting them. You know, the Jewish people traveling in the desert had a cloud in front of them, which cleared out all the mountains, made them flat, and all the snakes and scorpions were killed, basically, right? Killed them so they shouldn't attack the Jewish people, and they traveled in the desert after Aaron died.
Rabbi Zalman,
yes.
Rabbi Zalman, so I heard that whenever a tzaddik passes, then his presence is felt more in the world, right?
Correct.
So why did things stop working for us when Miriam passed and Aaron passed? Why did?
Because while they were living, they were doing certain things that we're going to discuss it. Okay, we're going to talk about it.
It's so when they were alive, they were doing things that everybody took for granted. When they're not with us, it's you miss those things, and that makes what they did before bigger and greater.
Right. Well, after Moshe had to fill in you see in the site, there's certain things that was being done. People didn't realize who was doing it.
Yep.
I mean, it's really okay. Let's get off the topic, but okay, well, let's continue, and then we can talk about other stuff. Okay. So So after Aaron passed, and the clouds, the potential Jews went away. And therefore, the Canaanim, which really were the Amalekites attacked the Jewish people. Okay, now they all came because he saw there's no clouds. They saw, oh, there's no clouds. It's easy. We're allowed to attack the Jewish people, and that's what happened. And the Jews had a war, won the war, the whole story. And so they all came back with Chus of Moshe. Moshe's merit, they returned. So we got the water back, and we got the clouds back, and everything was okay. Okay, so as we know, we've spoken about it many times. As we know, Torah is not a storybook. Torah tells us certain events that happened. It's a lesson book. Torah is called Torah. It says this is your wisdom over the nations. But Torah is not called Chachma, wisdom. Torah is called Torah. What does Torah mean? What does Torah mean? Yes, son, what does Torah mean? Torah comes from what Hayra'ah, teachings. It's a teaching. It's a lesson. Right? So it's a lesson for us now day to day. So the fact that what Moshe did, what Aaron did, what Miriam did is all lessons for our day to day. We can take a lesson from this. And also we're going to discuss Svihirsh. Okay? Now everything in Torah is everything, even the mitzvahs that are commanded, that's written in Torah, commandments are also set in the way of a story. God commanded Moshe to say this and this and this. It's a story, but everything's a lesson. Everything in Torah is important. So much so that the word Shema Yisrael, Hashem, like, you ask him, what's the most important thing? Ask a Jew. What's the most important thing? He'll tell you Shema Yisrael. Hero Israel, God is one. Hey, baby, look, everyone. That's the most important thing of the whole Torah. Shema Yisrael, Hashem Echad, right? Yeah, and the Talmud tells us, and actually the Rambam brings down the words of the Achos Lotan Timna. Lotan, one of the kings, one of the families from they wanted to marry into Esau's family, and Lotan had a sister called Timna. Who cares, you know? Lotan had a sister Timna, big deal. What's so important about that? But it's the same importance, Shema Yisrael, Shem Elokeinu, Shem Echad, the words, Lachas Lotan Timna, which if you look at it, what? One Acha Lotan Timna, it's like Lotan's sister was Timna. What's so important? That's so important is equal to Shema Yisrael. I mean, everything is written in Torah is exact and important, and if one letter is missing, the whole Torah is disqualified. Doesn't matter what letter it is. Everything in Torah is exact and important and precious and special, and a mission and a lesson, etc., etc. So, what exactly is this? Excuse me. What were these three? Excuse me. What did they do? Basically, the clouds were done. Welcome. What the clouds do? The clouds made you that you didn't have to grow, you didn't have to change your clothes. You know. It grew with you gave it clothes to the child, and as the child grew, the clothes grew. Now you have clothes for a kid, and then he grows out to throw it again bigger clothes. When he grows a little older, you get rid of it and grow and buy new clothes. Here, the clothes grew with the people, like you say in a tortoise, a turtle in English. You say here turtle, the garment grows together with the turtle, right? It's the same thing. The clothes grew together with Jewish people. Amazing. You have the man. The man was food, right? The man internalized in you, right? When you get food, it becomes part of you. As they say, you are what you eat, right? Everyone knows about a diet. If you eat this food, it affects you this way. If you eat that food, it affects you that way. The food internalizes. If you eat not healthy foods, it affects your body. You become unhealthy. If you eat healthy foods, you become a healthy person. The food internalizes. Idea of man. That's from Moshe Rabbeinu. Idea of his merit, the food that we got from because of Moshe's merit, because of Moshe's chus, we got the manna in the desert, right? And that's the idea of internalizing. What's the idea of the clouds? Clouds is external. That makes your clothes grow. It doesn't internalize in you, right? The clothes don't come part of you. It surrounds you. Oh, even if it grows with you, it's still not part of you. It surrounds. What does the water do? Is water sustain a person? No. All water does is brings the food from one part of the body to the other part of the body. It spreads the food around. Interestingly enough, you know what Eruv is? Eruv? Let's say you want to walk on outside city on Shabbat. Okay, let's say you're in somewhere in the countryside or whatever, and you want to go to synagogue, you want to go to shul on Shabbos, but where you are is too far. What I mean too far? There's no houses nearby, and it's more than a mile, let's say. Just maybe a little more. That's what anyway. Just the idea. So you want to walk to shul, but you can't because the cities. There's no more houses. So what do? You want to walk on Shabbos, so you count 2,000 amos, let's say 2,000 steps, approximately, give and take, and you put food there before Shabbat. Okay? When Shabbos comes, you have food. And then you can walk from that spot another 2,000 steps. So let's say the shul's outside the city limit, outside, far away from your house. So you put every 2,000 steps, you put another eruv, which is food. And then you can go to shul on Shabbos. Okay? Now, what food is food? Any food is good. Food, as long as you can eat it. Doesn't have to be halal. Any food, but you can't do it with water. I mean, I think with salt too. You can't do it with water. Why? What's wrong with water? Because water it doesn't sustain you. Water just passes the food around, but it doesn't sustain. So that's the idea of water. Okay, that was the schus of Miriam. What does this? What does this mean? What does this mean to us? Well, how idea of Torah is idea has to internalize in a person, right? Torah has to internalize. Torah is like mom. Torah has to not only you learn, not only you see, you have to be part of you. You have to internalize first. So you do a mitzvah, for example, put on film. It becomes part of you, no. You put it around you. I don't know, eating this, sit in the sukkah. You're doing a mitzvah, you're sitting in a sukkah, but it doesn't become part of you. When you eat a sukkah, it does. But I'm saying, just shaking a little Vanessa. It's external. Torah actually enclose just like it's like food, just like food internalizes in the person. Also, Torah, like it says, your Torah is in my stomach, meaning you digest it, you can understand it, you internalize it, right? That's the idea of Torah. And interesting, so much so, yeah, someone. How long are you supposed to study Torah for? Love and Esrik, okay? How long do you put? What's the mitzvah of love and Esrik? 1 second, hold it, shake it. How long you put on film? How long is the mitzvah to film? How much time? No, put it on, say Shema, and you're done. I mean, you don't have to say Shema, but we do say Shema, right? Put it on, and you put it on. It's on for a second, as long as it's on and it's tied, done the mitzvah. Goodbye, you done it. How long are you supposed to study? Torah is a mitzvah to study Torah. How much time to study Torah? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour, an hour? How much time? How much time a day is a person okay to study Torah? You know the answer is? Very interesting answer. Every person is different. That's how much time you have. If you have a lot of time, study the whole day. If you work and you're busy, you don't have the time, so you study less. If someone's overloaded with busy and he's over and he literally has no time whatsoever, so saying Shema can be considered studying Torah. Can you imagine the far distance? Okay, the extension, how Torah is not clear cut case. It's so depends on the person, depends on your schedule. If you have off from work and you have more time to study, go ahead, study the whole time. My uncle, bless his memory, says a story that there was this, in the yeshiva, the Chabad yeshiva, that was used to the Seder, the way I work, they had studied 8 hours a day, revealed part of Torah, and 4 hours a day, the mystical part of Torah. Chassidus, So when he got married, he was about, and then when he got married, he couldn't study that 12 hours a day because he has a job, he has a family. Whenever he had off from work, he would go and study 8 hours revealed power of Torah and 4 hours mystical power of Torah. Because that's who he was. His identity was a Tomim. He studied Torah in yeshiva. His identity was yeshiva. When he finished yeshiva and he couldn't study now because he has other obligations, whenever he didn't have the other obligations, he went back to who he was. So basically, Torah depends on who you are. How much time you have, that's how much time you're obligated to study. Okay? Now, and you got here mitzvahs is no. Mitzvahs is sorry, not mitzvahs. He do them extra. Want to do the mitzvah certain better way, the best. Sometimes for certain people, it's not expected. If you do more than you're required, certain things, then you consider you doing your gaiva or arrogant. You're showing off. If you do this extra thing which you're not obligated, for certain people, it could be considered showing off. For some people, hey, if you don't do it, they look down upon you. So he do him also extra doing mitzvahs in a better way than in certain aspects can be considered not for everybody. But anyway, when you have the Ananak covered, which is idea of the clouds of glory, okay, that's around that's the idea of surrounds us, right? What is this? The idea of that surrounds everyone equal. All the Jews are covered with the same clouds. Now, in the Jews themselves, there's levels, different levels of people. Some people are, more refined and more holier, and some people are less. They covered everyone the same. Now we know it says Torah is Yisrael. Okay, the way you write Yisrael is Yesh Shishin Rib Osa Torah. There's 600,000 letters of Torah. Every letter is perfect and exact and must be there. And if one letter is missing, the whole Torah is disqualified. The same thing the Jewish people. Every Jew is important for the whole Jewish people. No one can say that I'm not important, I'm insignificant. The whole Jewish people is relying on you. Every person is so important, so dear. And his importance affects all the Jewish people. Okay? So you got the clouds, it surrounds everyone. Now, among the Jewish people, there was a guy called Micha, you heard of Micha? Micha, what he did was, he came out of Egypt. He brought with him a pesel. He brought with him a carved image, idol worship. And he went in the Kriyas Yamsuf. He went in the sea of reeds with this idol. And he went through the desert with it. And he went to Israel with it. Can you imagine what we're talking about? So among the Jewish people, you even had a guy like that. Right? So we see but the cloud surrounds everyone. Right? Now, and it destroyed the clouds, as I said, it destroyed the snakes and the scorpions and all that stuff. And that idea of every Jew is special, no matter what. However low he thinks he is, he has a soul in him. Even if he's carrying the idol, he still has a Jewish soul. Like the previous Rebbe was in Warsaw by the war. And unfortunately, they were throwing bombs. And there had been a bomb shelter. And the previous Rebbe was with a bunch of other Jews. Many Jews were in this bomb shelter. And the bomb blew up very near them, and everyone in the bomb shelter was terrified. Their life might be over in momentarily. I mean, these bombs are just the Germans are dropping bombs. We're talking about 1940, okay, 1939, at the 1939, right at the beginning of the war, and 1939, that time. So the previous Rebbe was in a bomb shelter. Now, many types of Jews. There were Jews who were observant. And there were Jews who were simple people, regular, simple, and some people who externally didn't consider themselves. Externally, they thought to themselves that we have nothing to do with Judaism, right? The whole Judaism has nothing to do with them. I guess they'll completely live their life a secular life, and they thought, they acted, and they in their mind that we have nothing to do with Judaism. When the bomb hit, everybody said Shema Yisrael. The observant Jew, the simple Jew, even those Jews who thought into themselves that they had nothing to do with the ways of Judaism, they were also saying Shema Yisrael. Why are they saying Shema Yisrael? They thought the last moment on this earth, and that awakened the essence of the Jew, who they really were, and all the levels, all the external levels that a Jew might think he has, disappeared, and it came out of the essence of who he is. And he also said the Shema Yisrael. The previous Rebbe witnessed this, how everyone was saying Shema Yisrael, and this, even Jews who were not openly or consider themselves nothing to do with the ways of Judaism, because that's the essence of the Jew is close to God. Now, the Anani HaKavod. Okay, this is a what does the water do? The water brings everything, spreads it around, right? That's what water does. So you got the idea of water. The nature. What's the nature of water? The nature of water is one of the nature of water. It goes down to the lowest part. Wherever water, if there's any hole, it'll go down. It will go a leak or go down as low as it can. That's the nature of water. It goes down, 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 down till it can't go anymore. It'll go down to the bottom. So idea of water. What's this idea over here? It through, if you learn learn the Torah, it will bring it down to you. The Torah will bring down this high level all the way down to the person. That's the idea of, you have the mon, which is the Torah. Yeah, then food, and the Torah will bring the water will bring it down to you. Will bring down from the highest level to the low level. Or take everything that you have and bring it down to you into the lowest level that you think you may a person may think he may be. Torah brings it down to you. The water brings it down, eternalizes and digests it. It brings it down to the lowest level that a person may find himself. Right? And the water simply actually it went to, as we said earlier in the class, that you took it from the well, from the stone, and it went around to all the Jewish people. It went everywhere. The water the stream of water went along the whole camp, wherever the Jewish people may find themselves. Now, what's the connection to Moshe, Aaron, and Miriam? Well, Moshe is connected to Mon. How do we see that? Well, when it says that Moshe was taking care of their sheep of Yisro, his father-in-law, and to the older sheep he gave thicker grass. To the younger sheep he gave thinner grass. He gave every sheep what food will need. God said, "Oh, you're good to take care of your father-in-law's sheep. You'll take care of my sheep." He gives every person what they need. What's Aaron? What was the mission of Aaron? Aaron was, the Mishnah says, he made peace. He loved peace and pursued peace. He made peace between everybody. Right? He went and that's why people loved Aaron so much. It says when Aaron died, it says all the Jewish people cried. Everybody, white, man, everyone cried for 30 days. Why? Because everyone felt his passing, because he brought peace between one person and the other. Okay, that's the idea of what's the idea of Nani HaKavod? Just like he loved everyone equal, and he brought love to one another. So because of his merit, the Jewish people got the clouds, which also surrounded everyone equal. Just like he loved everyone equally, and he gave everyone the proper attention and brought peace with it, he got the clouds which surrounds everybody equal. Okay, what's the idea of Miriam? Miriam was a little girl, and she was the Heibama in Yiddish. She was I say in English, not a nurse. What's the word in English? helped the women give birth. Anyone remember the midwife. Thank you, a midwife. So she was helping a mother and helping take care of the babies. She took care of you. And now, what happened when Pharaoh made a decree that all the boys who were born should be thrown into the Nile, killed? So Aaron's, Miriam's father, Amram, left it, divorced his wife. So what? Should have a baby? We're gonna stay married. We have a child. And it might be a boy, and the baby will get killed. Why should we be married? So she left his wife. And all the men left there because Amram did it. They all did it. They all left. They all divorced their wives. And Miriam went and said to her father, Father, you're worse than Pharaoh. What? I wasn't Pharaoh. Yeah. Pharaoh's only wants to kill the boys. You want to kill the girls too? The mommy's not going to have no boys and no girls. Pharaoh's decree could happen, could not happen. Your decree is certainly going to happen. If you're not married off shore, not going to have kids. Pharaoh's decree can only kill them in this world, not in the world to come. You kill them in this world, not going to be in this world, not going to have the world to come. Oh, you're right, Miriam. And he remarried his wife and they had Moshe. Right? And then all the Jewish people were remarried. So she brought up children, and those children were very special because when they were born in Egypt, they got swallowed in the ground, and then they were brought up by the angels, and later on they grew up. When they came older, they came out from the ground. And they were the ones who said by the splitting of the Red Sea, this is our God, and we will glorify him. So she brought up children with this education, with this self-sacrifice. So what's idea of water? Just idea of water comes from high to low. The same thing, she brought this idea that all the Jewish people had this self-sacrifice, this self-dedication to Hashem. And that was all because of her. They brought this great high level of dedication to Hashem down to every single person. So you have the three roles. You have Moshe, Torah, Aaron, idea of teaching love, Miriam teaching people to have Aaron love between one Jew and another Jew, and then Miriam teaching people to have a serious nefesh, self-sacrifice to God, and as she taught the children, they passed away. This answers your question, Suhish. So what happens when she's gone? Now someone has to do the work. Yes, the tzaddik did it, and his lesson is still here after he passes, and what he taught still stays. But someone here has to actually do it. So the tzaddik passed away. It gives inspiration for those who are left behind have to continue what he did. So Moshe was left. So Moshe had to. So they all came back with the merit of Moshe. I mean, the moon came back. The clouds came back because of Moshe's merit, and the water came back because of Moshe's merit. What does that mean? It means Moshe had to change his role. If they came because of him, that means they came back, the water and the clouds because of Moshe's schus, meaning Moshe had to fit the role of his brother Aaron, had to fill the role of his sister Miriam. He had to do all three, continue his own role and to the other roles. Right, so that since he did what they did, therefore they came back. It's in other words, it's like a cause and effect. Once you do the job of Miriam and Aaron, right, then you can get the water back and then the clouds back. What do we learn from all this? We learn from this. The Rebbe says that if you see something that has to be done, you have to do it. Even if it's not my role, it's not my job, I don't do these things, I'm not qualified, I'm not that. If there's a job that you feel that is needed to be done, a person has to fill that void. And God gives you the strength to do it. So even if it's in danger and you think, it don't think things are so you don't mind or think this is your role and your specialty, whatever. You see children need education, you go and educate the children. You know what Aleph, you teach someone Aleph. You know Aleph base, teach on Aleph base. Whatever you know, you teach others. Whatever you see, if God let you know something's missing, I mean, why did God let you know about it? The fact that you know about it means God's gives you the strength to do it. So you fill up the role of others. Now the Rebbe, our own Rebbe passed. Whatever he started, we have to do. Help another Jew. Oh, the Rebbe, so the Rebbe is still here, yes, and we see his presence here, but the Rebbe leads us to do it. We have to actually do the mission, do the work, and spread Judaism wherever we can, and bring other people closer to God, and wherever we can. You know, there's some people who told me, it's like I wasn't even observant until recently. He starts giving matzah. He sees the guy who comes to the park. He doesn't know a park, and he sees the guy coming. He knows he's Jewish. He's ready to give it. He learned you have to help other Jews too. So he started getting ready to give him matzah for Pesach. Right? You see another Jew that needs something, God let you know about it. That means it's our mission. All the best. Thanks for joining. Everyone, we'll see you, please God, next time.
Thank you, Rabbi Zalman.
Pleasure, 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 pleasure.